Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the dude, as always, manning the counter, Duncan. And today, we're going to talk about a movie that has gained a little bit more of a following over the years. It was misunderstood at the time. This movie is, of course, Miami Vice, the movie from 2006, starring Colin Farrell, Jamie Foxx, and it was directed by Michael Mann. Now, this movie, when I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be kind of like the TV show. They'd have pastel suits, and it'd be, very colorful, and, it still had a darker side because of what they do for a living. But I thought it would be, kind of a fun blockbuster. And it came out in the summer of 2006. It's coming, it came out 15 years ago now. How does time fly like that? Anyway, this movie, what I'm saying is misunderstood is, like I was just saying, I thought it'd be, it was going to be this big budget blockbuster, which it was big budget, but it's really kind of an art film. It's a $180 million art film in a way. It's kind of a meditation. There is action in it, and there's some hard-hitting, gritty action, but there's not that much, and there's dialogue, there's plenty of talking, but there's a lot of stuff unsaid, and you kind of follow along. And Michael Mann shot it almost in a documentary style. There's not this big orchestra for the music, it's just some guitars and, drums and stuff like that. And there's subtle hints to the old TV show. If you're real familiar with it, you might pick up on it, because Michael Mann executive produced the original TV show from the 80s. But getting back to the point, like when I first heard about it, I'm like, okay, Don Johnson's going to make a cameo, Michael Thomas might make a cameo too, and it'll be pretty fun, and everybody will walk away after 2 hours happy. And this thing was so gritty and hard-hitting, and it was very different. And so when it came out, people didn't know what to make of it. And it really does require repeat viewings to really get it. Like, I watched it again last night, and I like it more each time I watch it. But when I first went to the theater, I left there, I'm like, I can't decide if I like that or not. It's just not what I was expecting. And then I watched it again, and I watched it again after that, and I eventually picked it up, and I really did get into it. Now, the plot is basically Crockett and Tubbs. There was a leak from the FBI trying to take down some bad people, and there's a leak, but nobody knows who Crockett and Tubbs are because they're Miami-Dade County Police. And so they want to join with the FBI and infiltrate, the bad guys syndicate and all that. And they do it, and it's kind of off the books, and they go deep undercover. It is crazy, the people they meet, the places they go, you go on this journey with them, and it is really, it's like, wow, they're going in deep. This is very dangerous. And then Crockett, played by Colin Farrell, there's an assistant to the main drug lord, and she's very beautiful. She's played by Gong Li, and her name's Isabella. And Crockett, is kind of strangely attracted to her, and after a business deal they set up, he takes her for drinks, and they go to Cuba, and they start spending more time together, and the lines get blurred, and they both know this is a bad idea, but they're doing it anyway. And you kind of feel for these characters. I mean, Colin Farrell and Gong Li have an interesting chemistry. It really works. And, he doesn't know what to do because he doesn't want to bust her. And so, they kind of talk. He kind of talks to her around it, like, hey, one day if you keep this up, you could go down. And, she's ambitious, but not completely evil either. And so, he doesn't know what to do, so he's conflicted. But eventually, the story resolves. But the thing I liked about it, as you felt for these characters, is they knew they couldn't be together, but they were anyway. It was kind of like that thing from Love Stories, like two different worlds, and they just can't be together. And that dynamics here is played really well. And the acting is really good. And Michael Mann's attention to get the most out of his actors, because there's a lot of stuff that isn't said. You just see it in facial expressions and different things like that. You have to be able to, the actors all hit it like just their facial expressions. It's not because, you can't just outwardly say because of the world that they're in. And it really hits. And I think that's why I think it's misunderstood because, a summer blockbuster, it's all explained out here. And here it's a lot of what's not said. And as people have looked over it, and even like in film classes that people teach, like a lot of college professors went and looked back on it, I think is brilliant. And Michael Mann, he kind of took Miami Vice into a different direction because the original was his baby, the TV show, and this thing was just a completely different beast. But, it's one of those things where you have to be patient with it, and, people have watched it, and I've talked to other people, and they kind of give up on it in there because they don't know where it's going, and this is something you got to watch at least twice, to really get everything. And I think it's brilliant now. Like, it's not one I watch all the time because it's so gritty. It's not like, wow, you have a smile on your face, but you're blown away each time. Like, just the subtlety and the nuances of everything. It's really, really good. And I'm glad a lot of people appreciate it more because when critics first saw it and people first saw it, like I said at the beginning, like, huh? I don't know. But over time, as it's becoming more understood, people are getting it. And I think the thing that hurt it was it cost way too much, and then people didn't understand it. So it's probably the most expensive artistic film ever made, as far as kind of art's house kind of film. But I think it's a great meditation on undercover and, finding love, but can't have it from two different worlds. It's a lot of good stuff, and loyalty to your partner. It's just, loyalty to, Crockett's loyalty to his partner Tubbs, their loyalty to each other, and loyalty to the police department, and all of that. It's all intertwined beautifully here, and it's really, really good, and I love how real it is. So this is a great movie if you're interested in something a little different and unexpected, and might require an additional view. Check this out. I really like it. And let me know in the comments what you think about it. Would you be willing to check it out? And like and subscribe if you like older movies and occasional new ones if they catch your interest. I still review new ones from time to time, but if you like older movies or ones that fell under the radar or misunderstood or whatever, give a like and subscribe. And have a great weekend and take care till next time.